American Revolution test. Word bank. French and Indian War. Stamp Act. Tea Act. Intolerable Acts. No taxation without representation. First Continental Congress. Sons of Liberty. Militia. Patrick Henry. Boston Tea Party. Taxes. Boycott. 1. Many colonists were frustrated with the actions taken by the King and Parliament. They protested, shouting blank. 2. Britain planned to pay off their debts by making laws about blank. 3. The blank was a tax on printed materials like newspapers and playing cards. 4. Parliament passed a law saying colonists could only buy tea from one company. This was called the blank. 5. A group of colonists thought this was unfair, so they dumped tea into the harbor. This event was called the blank. 6. 8. Colonists resisted control by the King and Parliament by refusing to buy English goods. Blank means to refuse to buy. 9. The blank was a conflict between Britain and France. During this conflict, each country fought for land in North America. 10. The blank was a group of men who were unhappy with the king's laws. They showed their feelings for the king by protesting. 11. Patriots such as Sam Adams, John Adams, and George Washington attended a very important meeting known as the blank. During this meeting, colonists wrote a letter to King George III. 12. The blank was a set of laws passed by the king and Parliament. These laws were a punishment for the colonists' actions. One of the laws stated that colonists must provide food and housing for British soldiers. Read each question carefully. Write the capital letter of the correct answer. 10. Who was the King of England who fought to keep control of the colonies? A. King Henry IV. B. King George III. C. King Philip II. 11. Who was the leader of the Continental Army? A. King George III. B. George Washington. C. John Adams. 12. Who was an inventor and leader that helped write the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution? A. Thomas Paine. B. Marquis de Lafayette. C. Benjamin Franklin. 13. Who was the main writer of the Declaration of Independence? A. Benjamin Franklin. B. Thomas Jefferson. C. Patrick Henry. 14. Who was an important patriot leader and second president of the United States? A. John Hancock. B. Thomas Paine. C. John Adams. 15. Who wrote the pamphlet called Common Sense about declaring independence from England? A. Thomas Paine. B. Benjamin Franklin. C. King George III. 16. Who was a French soldier who joined George Washington's army? A. Marquis de Lafayette. B. Benjamin Franklin. C. Patrick Henry. 17. Who was a freed slave who was the first African American to die for American independence? A. George Washington. B. Crispus Attucks. C. Samuel Adams. 18. Who was an African American soldier who fought at Bunker Hill and Saratoga? A. Crispus Attucks. B. Thomas Paine. C. Peter Salem. 19. What is the famous document explaining why the colonists wanted freedom from England? A. Constitution. B. Declaration of Independence. C. Emancipation Proclamation. 20. Which of the following nations or groups of people did not help the Americans win the Revolutionary War? A. France. B. Japan. C. Native Americans. D. Spain. 21.